Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes, I'm back doing my oh, whoa, whoa. Welcome. Look, I'm not gonna, well, at this point, it's almost like beating a dead horse with this nonsense. US military is reportedly warning troops about possible violence at Joker movie. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe. If you didn't see my last Joker movie video, it's linked right here. This is all much of the same kind of vein. This is what we're talking about today. It's just the absolute epic campaign that is being held against the Joker movie. It is baffling, right? And I've not just got this. We've also got the fact that the Joker director has come out against everyone. And also, again, just very, very reasoned arguments against this nonsense that is being perpetuated by the media. And it is nonsense, because where is it for everything else? Why is it just for this? There's plenty of movies that fit exactly the same sort of scope as this. And it really is being singled out. And I don't understand it. It just doesn't make any sense. So let's get into this, right? Now, DC's upcoming Joker movie has been at the centre of concerns that the film, which stars Joaquin Phoenix as a downtrodden man who transforms into the notorious and violent killer when he fails to be successful, glorifies the violence and the villain and could spark real-life violence, serving a rallying cry for people who identify with the film's themes. I'm sure there's a lot of people that identify with a lot of things, right? Like, we glorify violence when it's heroes against villains, but that's allowed, even though that could still be an incentive and inspiration for people to do nasty, life-threatening things. You know? When people, I don't know, you know what I mean. Like, it's just, the contradiction is absolutely there. Now, according to IO9, service members, and again, remember, we're talking about a movie, a fictional world, a fictional world. Service members have been warned about potential crazy times over screenings of the Joker. Right. The logic behind it, I don't necessarily agree with, right? But let's play devil's advocate just for like 1 second. If this was the case, right, that, you know, this logic is right and they're right to do this. If it was there, why is it only being done with this film? Why? Where's the rallying cries for other movies? Why is it just this one film? Tell me. Why? And that's playing devil's advocate, right? I'm trying to reason their logic here. But even then, you can't. Because where is it for the other films? There isn't anything. Now, according to the report, the US Army has widely distributed the warning following posts to social media from extremists within the incel subculture being discovered by the FBI. The warning, which was sent out in an email on September 18th, instructs service members to be aware of the surroundings and to take some very specific steps, such as identifying 2 escape routes when going into theatres. If a shooting does take place, then they're instructed to run, hide, or fight. Run if you can. If you're stuck, hide. And stay quiet. If a shooter finds you, fight with whatever you can. Then, for those that don't know what an incel is, here you go. Incels, bear in mind, I'm claimed to be an incel by douchebags that watch my channel, which is a portmanteau of involuntary celibates. Define themselves as being unable to have a romantic or sexual partner despite their desire for them. Their forums are often characterized by content that is misogynistic, racist, and that has a sense of entitlement to sex as well. Although some incels also endorse violence, particularly against people in relationships or who are sexually active. I mean, I can't even read it without joking, like laughing. Oh my god. The service member alert also asserted that incels idolise the Joker character, admiring his depiction as a man who must pretend to be happy, but eventually fights back against bullies. I don't think that's the case. And if it is, the Joker movie's not going to tip him over the edge. Oh, good lord. Like, it's this epic campaign against this movie, and it's huge. So Todd Phillips has finally spoken out, and his wording on this will be some of the last words in this video, right? So Phillips called out the critics right off the bat, noting that many of them have not even seen the film. He stated, "I really think there have been a lot of think pieces written by people who proudly state they haven't even seen the movie and they don't need to. I would just argue that you might want to watch the movie. You might want to watch it with an open mind." Phillips then clarified, the movie makes statements about a lack of love, childhood trauma, lack of compassion in the world. I think people can handle that message. He then took shots at the critics again, despite their commentary, describing their commentary as bizarre. It's so, to me, bizarre when people say, oh, well, I could handle it, but imagine if you can't. It's making judgments for other people, and I don't even want to bring up the movies in the past that they've said this about, because it's shocking and embarrassing when you go, oh my god, Do the Right Thing, they said that about that movie too. Clockwork Orange? To me, art can be complicated, and oftentimes art is meant to be complicated. If you want uncomplicated art, you might want to take up calligraphy, but filmmaking will always be a complicated art. So furthermore, he also said this, and this is what I think is bang on the money. He's bang on the money about this. This whole nonsense about just people idolising this character and all this kind of crap, right? Because again, this is all blown way out of proportion. So referencing the Aurora Theatre, which has come out hotly in the news in my last Joker video, right? I mean, I think that Aurora is obviously a horrible, horrible situation. But even that is not something you blame on the movie. Quite frankly, if you do your own research about the Aurora, that gentleman wasn't even going in as the Joker. That was misreported. His hair was dyed red, and he was having, obviously, a mental breakdown. And there's something horrifying about that, but it wasn't related to it outside of the fact that it happened at a movie theatre. This is not the thing that the movie is trying to represent. The movie takes place in a fictional world. It can have real-world implications, options, but it's a fictional character in a fictional world that's been around for 80 years. And this is where we start to get into the utter hypocrisy, right? And I said, why is it being done for this movie? Again, let's think about hypocrisy. The one that bugs me more is the toxic white male thing when you go, oh, I just saw John Wick 3. He's a white male who kills 300 people and everybody's laughing and hooting and hollering. Why does this movie get held to different standards? It honestly doesn't make sense to me. Because it's got the word Joker and people think that it is representative of a certain subsection of the world now. It's not even white males, for God's sake. This whole term incel, what, are black people and Asian people not involuntary celibate as well? I mean, Jesus Christ. Ugly people are in all walks of life. Like, what? It's baffling. It is utter nonsense. It's trash. And it is this extended hate campaign from certain media outlets. And it really is an extended hate campaign. And now, the fucking US military wants to jump in. Right, look. I'm gonna upset a few people with this comment. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. Movie bad. Lacks gun, restrictions on guns. Good. Movie bad. Restrictions on guns. Good. Oh, the world is laughing at certain people today, honestly. The world is laughing. It's a sustained hate campaign. Fight it with your wallets. Go and watch this movie. Support this movie. People that are going to do this stuff will do it based off of any inspiration. This movie's not going to be the only thing that tips them over the edge. It'd be anything. So anyway, love to hear your thoughts. Let me know down below in the comments. If you're new here, hit subscribe. Joker-inspired merch underneath the video. Support this channel. Support common sense journalism and straight talking, no BS. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I've been Mr. H. Take care.